this one, you know, like some of the stuff that we talk about even in Ontario soccer now with decision making. So this had some decision making in it. It wasn't just something where I'm just telling them what to do.
You made it fun too.
Yeah, yeah. So, but if you think about the 4 phases, right? So we had some movements, and we had some dynamic stretches, then we had some strength exercises, and then we had a little bit of high-speed work at the end.
So where does the soccer come in?
Hey?
Where's the soccer?
Well, that's a good question. So technically speaking, after this physical part, then you could go into soccer.
Question for
right?
you.
Yeah.
So this took about half hour.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
Yeah, because it was
I mean, I was talking. A
Yeah,
lot.
give her so.
Yeah.
But what would you say is the minimum amount of time that you could get everything done of the 4
I could do it
phases?
easily in 15 minutes.
15. No, that's,
Easily,
it's more
yeah.
for the coach. So
Yeah,
15
and then
minutes.
to be honest, even 10 to 12. I mean, it's,
Okay.
That's what explained it the first time they know that it's in.
Yeah, and I spent quite a lot of time speaking to coaches.
Yeah, for sure. So 12 minutes to 15.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Okay. So the purpose now, because now we're warm, right? So the purpose now, we're going to talk about strength training. So I'm going to just mention a few key muscles, not even that different than what we did in the warm-up, just so we're clear on this. We're going to talk about the muscles of your stomach and your core, and that actually includes the hips as well. So just picture, imagine you cut off your arms, you cut off your legs, and you cut off your head. And whatever's left, that's your core. You understand? So there's more than just the stomach itself. There's the low back. So that's one group of muscles. We're calling those core. Got it? Second group of muscles is called hamstrings. That's the back of the thigh. That big one there that produces lots of force. Okay. And the third is going to be quads. That's for the knees, the muscle in the front of the thigh. So we're going to kind of focus on those 3: core, hamstrings, quadriceps. Makes sense? So we're going to start with more of like a beginner type exercise for you. Okay? All right. Beginner exercise for the core. All of you, 6 of you. Okay? I would like to have you just on the yellow line here, facing that way. Okay? Spread out a little so we can see how it looks. Okay. So core, we're gonna do that front plank like we did. Okay? What did I tell you about being balanced? What did I tell you?
Put your legs wide.
Yeah, like, and not necessarily so wide, but we say at least as wide as your hips. So I'm going to show you how I want to work in your feet. So look, I'm on my elbows, and I'm on my feet. See how my feet are as wide as my hips? I'm not going like this. This makes it a lot harder to do. This is maybe a little too much. So we're going to try to find a happy medium in there. Make sense? So let's start with that. Okay? Let's start with that. We're going to do that for 20 seconds, just like that. Okay? Beginner. Now, I didn't put my hands together, so we keep them like that, okay? Feet as wide as your shoulders. Come on. So this is simple. We'll call this a beginner exercise. What are we looking for? We're looking for feet as wide as the shoulders, not wider, or as wide as the hips, let's say, okay? We want our back flat more, so can you try to lift your head up? Yeah, straighten out your back. Sometimes the hips will sag a little.
Richard, do you want that little bit of where your back goes like this and your butt comes up again? Because sometimes you see players, their back goes in straight.
Yeah, so you don't want the hips to sag downward. You don't want the bum to actually be pointing up. But technically speaking, if everything is flat, you may see the bum stick up just a little. So
Depends if we get a big bummer.
key is that it looks relatively like a straight line. Okay, rest. Okay, so that was easy enough, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about, so that's the beginner, just holding it, okay? If we have more of an intermediate, we can talk about a progression to it. Now we're going to try going one leg at a time. We're going to alternate one leg at a time. So I want you to just pay attention to how I do this. Okay? So I'm going with my elbows, just watch me. Okay, we talked about a flat down. From here, one leg at a time will be, look, did you notice anything about my back when I lifted my leg? No. So in order to do that, you need to make the stomach really hard before you lift your leg. 2 things, stomach hard, and also, whichever leg is still on the ground, you gotta kind of activate those muscles. So I'm gonna lift my right leg, which leg is still on the ground? Yeah, so I make the muscles in the leg, the hip, tight before I lift it. Make everything strong on the right side and the core. No. So we're going to try 5 of those where you go slowly up, down, up, down. Got it? Let's go. Okay, hold on. I will tell you when I want you. Everybody in a plank? Okay, so we're watching. As a coach, you have to watch. Don't trust them that they can do it on their own. Check. Okay? Start with the right leg. Here we go. Up. Down. Up.
Yeah, bum up.
So I need you to switch legs. So one right, one left. Here we go. Right. Down. Left. Down. Right. Down. Left. Down. Two more. Right. Down. Left. Down. One more each way. Right. Down. Left. Down. Good. Okay. So it's important. You have to watch, right? Because if you're not watching and correcting, they will start to do things wrong. This is not easy with a full team. There's only 6 here, and even so, I don't see everything. So of course, if you have a coach, assistant coach, one of you watch half of them, the other. But don't take time off during this and assume they're doing everything right. A little harder that one, right? Advanced now. Okay, so yeah.
So you did 20 seconds on the first plank.
Yeah, just a hold.
So when you progress, okay, let's say they can do 40 seconds, no problem. Would you go, we better go to the leg ones, or would you increase the time, like volume?
Yeah, I think if you're increasing the time, I wouldn't go much more than about 30 seconds. So I would say if they can comfortably do 30 seconds, then you can go up. And
Then you move on to the leg lifts.
Yeah, because really, we want to look at how these muscles work in soccer. And in soccer, they don't just hold for 30 seconds. In soccer, they're much more, they stabilize you when your foot's on the ground or whatever. So now, advance, like we did the warm-up, but now we're going to touch our own shoulder with one arm at a time. So here, you can maybe make your stance a little bit wider. This is how I want it to look. Watch. Okay? This position, I'm going to lift one arm, touch my shoulder, back down, then lift the other arm.
I haven't seen these ones. Not like this. I haven't seen ones like this.
Each way. But do you notice,
I haven't
as
seen
much as
one like this.
possible, I'm not really turning to the side, I'm keeping everything balanced. Up, down, up, down. Got it? Yes? Okay?
I would figure the
I'm
leg was.
watching you. Okay? So you start with the short. Feet can be a little wider. Yeah? Okay? Straight. Now here we go. Right. Down. Left. Left is the left arm. Down. Hold on. Everybody. Okay, but just to be clear, let me show you again how I want it. So I don't want. So you're just going. No. We must be controlled. Look, control. That's right. Here's left. Got it? Control. So even listen, if I had to, I could keep doing it. If I had to here, I could keep it. Got it? Okay. Let's try it again. This one's harder to do.
So this, I would have thought the leg one's harder.
No, much harder on
this
the
is harder? Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Right. Down. Control. Left. Down. So we're watching, the hips shouldn't turn so much. They may turn a little. Right. Right. Down. Try to keep everything stable. Left. Down. Right. Down. Left. Down. 2 more. Right. Down. Left. Down. Right. Down. Left. Okay, good. So, and we can, which one was the hardest?
I thought the leg one.
Really?
Yeah, because it's on the balance on your one leg.
This one, to me, yeah, it's always if you have only one arm because everything starts to go on the other side. So, okay, so core, you felt it in there? Yeah, your hips a little bit?
I'm gonna keep asking questions, Richard. Sorry.
Oh.
So while we're on
Yeah,
it.
sure.
So leg, you move progression in terms of what's harder.
Yeah.
But how would you rep wise when what's suitable? Like what's the max?
I wouldn't really bother doing anything more than about 10 to 15 repetitions. So I think if they're comfortable doing, let's say the kicks, if they're comfortable doing 10 each leg, you can probably then progress to shoulder taps. At the most 15.
So even for the shoulder taps, you do max 15.
Yeah, I mean, if you do
15 each side.
control on each side, that's quite hard to do. Yeah.
And 10, like, or 15, only one set, not 2 sets or 3 sets.
No. So for strength training, we're gonna have to do a minimum of 2 sets.
So
Yeah.
one set.
Minimum of
Yeah.
So if you did 10 and 10 to start off with 2 sets, right?
Here's how I would do it. If it was,
Would
if
you
it,
rest between them?
yeah. So if it was the beginner, let's say we did that plank for 20 seconds, I'd rest for 20 seconds, and then I'd do it again.
So 1 to 1.
Yeah, the kicking exercise, you can kind of look at how long it takes. I mean, for the most part, I think if they're doing, let's say, 10 kicks with each leg, that might take about a minute. You could probably rest 30 seconds to a minute and then do it again. Okay, so it's kind of an idea that there needs to be
2 sets minimum.
2, maybe 3. Yeah? Okay. All right, so the next group of muscles we talked about was hamstrings, back of the thigh. So we've already seen that hamstring drop, right? That's a little bit more. I mean, it can definitely be used for strength training, but we're going to show a beginner one that's a little bit easier. Okay, we're going to call that one the next level, the intermediate. So I just want you to watch what I'm doing here. We call this a bridge. So you're going to stand with your feet as wide as your hips, and then you're going to have your head on the ground and your arms up. So from this position, you're going to make your stomach hard. You're going to push into the ground with your heels. So you push. Get your hips up, and then you're going to drop it back down. So you will feel, as you push up, you will feel it in the back of your legs, and you'll also feel it maybe a little bit also in your low back, and that's fine. We're going to try to target both the hamstrings in the back of the legs and the lower back, okay? And we're going to try 10 of those, up and down. Make sense? So let's try. So feet as wide as your
My
hips,
hamstrings will rip if I try
head
this.
down, arms up in the air. So what we're looking for, right? That they don't have knees together like this, that their feet are wide, that their heels are not way out like this. It's going to be difficult to do. We kind of want the knees close to a 90-degree angle. And now we're going to try, so you're pushing into the ground with your heels to get your hips up. So it's 1, all the way up, yeah, up. Okay, and down. 2, down. Feel it in the back of your legs, girls? Yes? 3, push. Down. 4, down. 5. See, she's got her toes up. That's okay too, nothing wrong with it. Just as long as we're using the hamstring. 6, up. 7, up. 8, 9, 10.
Would you say roughly 2-second holds?
Pardon me?
Roughly 2
Yeah,
seconds.
something at the top. I mean, it doesn't need to be for 5 seconds, but just because the idea is if they're just bouncing up and down, they're not getting. Did you feel it back there? A little bit, it's just kind of easy. That's a beginner. Yeah. Okay, let's make it more challenging because obviously that was too easy for you. So now we're going to go on one leg. So, the same start. Head down, arms up, okay? And we're going to start like this. So the movement, I'm going to push with this leg, push the heel into the ground and drive my hips up. So I'm going up and back down. So you notice, right, if you look, that it's all the work is being done with the leg here. I'm not kicking my leg up in the air. Everything is being done with the foot that is on the ground. So it's up, down, up, down. Got it? We're going to try 10 on one leg and then 10 on the other. You may have to put your foot a little closer to the midline of your body rather than having your foot way out to the side. Make sense?
Are you worried if their leg's bent or straight?
Not so much, just as long as it's out of the way. Really, the idea is that we're focusing on only the leg that was in contact with the ground. Okay? Okay. So why don't we all start with our left leg up and our right leg on the ground. Let's start like that. Okay? Arms up. Okay, here we go. Drive. Push. 1. Feel it back there? Yeah. Down. 2. And don't rest on the way down. You go close to the ground, but don't rest. Okay? 3.
Oh wow. Doesn't want them touching the
4.
ground.
5.
It's close to the ground.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch feet. Feeling it now, eh? Oh yeah, I know you are. Okay, here we go. Up. One, a lot harder on one.
Oh yeah, this is tough.
Two,
And
drop.
you don't want them touching the ground on the way
Yeah,
down.
not exactly. Like they can touch, but not to rest. The idea is you don't rest, right? So 3, 4, don't drop all the way to the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, definitely feeling it back there. Oh yeah, okay, it's an important muscle, right? Okay, so we'll call that intermediate, okay? And then the advanced one, to be honest, really good one to do is that same hamstring curl. You come behind me again, just so we can be clear on this, okay? But this is an excellent exercise. We did it in the warm-up, but in the warm-up we did only one set of 5. If you start doing these for a certain number of repetitions, it's better to wait a little while till the hamstrings are a little stronger, because this actually can cause a lot of soreness. But we're gonna try 10 of them. Okay, so you guys, you're nice and long. So the same idea, I'm using my legs to take 4 seconds to drop. Down, 2, 3, 4, and then back up. Not more than 4 seconds. This is not about showing off to see how much you can hold, right? So we just wanna go down, 2, 3, 4. The moment, thank you. So the moment you start to feel that you're falling, don't fight it so much, right? You understand? I didn't stop midway and show off. We've got to be honest with ourselves, okay? So we're gonna try 10 of those. 10 and then 10. So you have a partner, right? Yeah. One in front, one behind. Yeah, you can put your knees right on the line. That's good. Okay, so what are we looking for? Feet as wide as the hips, or knees, let's say, as wide as the hips, right? So they're not like this, okay? Now, hands like that, right? Back flat. And we want to see a nice slow decline. 4 seconds. There we go. Down, 2, 3, 4, up. I'll count for you. It's going to take 4 seconds. Down, 2, 3, 4, up. So she's kind of bending. You got to keep everything straight. Yeah, you don't put your nose forward first. Everything together. Down, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So it will cause some soreness. That's why it's more better as an advanced exercise. In the warm-up, 5 repetitions is no problem. But, yeah.
Because you say that we got into like years ago.
Oh yeah, keep going. So, I'm sorry. Yeah, just do your 10. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
And we would jump to this trying to do too many.
Yeah, they can. Yeah. So if we're using it in the warm-up, 5 repetitions, no problem. As a strength training exercise, I would wait and I would do the bridges, the hip thrusts first.
And again, those are 2 to 3 sets.
Yeah, 2 to 3. Okay, 5 to 10 repetitions.
So, let's say they're doing this.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're what they would straight in the problem.
Yeah.
What's the next step?
Well, then okay, you can start to add reps, and after that, I mean, then they're okay. I mean, then we got to start talking about weight training. Yeah. But this is like over the course of a season. You start with the bridge. You go to the one-leg bridge with the hip thrust. You go to this. This is going to take you 4 or 5 months, right?
This will take 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, should.
Okay. This is all good information.
Your knees are not touching, right? So your feet are required. Okay, let me know when you've done your 10. Okay.
These are the things that we should do in the gymnasium.
Feel it back there? Oh yeah. So you just, they don't have to play a game tomorrow, do they? No? Okay, all right. They may be a little sore. So. Yeah. Feeling good? Okay, so the third muscle was the quadriceps, and I have to add, there is a fourth one, which is, we're going to call it glute medius. Have you heard that name before? Gluteus maximus is the big one in the back. The glute medius is your bum, but it's kind of on the outside there. So that's the fourth one. We're going to start with the third one now, which was quadriceps. Very good. Okay, so simple beginner exercise for the quadriceps. Okay, you're all on the line. You're going to put your hands like this. So I want your arms, like your arms are parallel to the ground. And I'm actually going to show first from the side and then from the front how we want it to go. So from the side, okay? the first thing you do is you stick your bum out, then the next thing you do is you bend your knees and drop. So you're almost making space, if that makes sense. By sticking your bum out, you're making space, and then you're sitting down like you're sitting down in a chair. And I'm gonna drop down to the point at which my thighs are parallel or in line with the ground, and then I'm gonna come back up, okay? So one more time, look, down, okay? Do you see how my back kind of stayed flat, my head is up, okay? And up, okay? That's from the side, here's from the front, same idea. Hands with the arms parallel to the ground, okay? First thing is bum out, next thing is drop down until the thighs are parallel, then back up until the legs are straight. Down, up. Got it? Okay. We're gonna try 10 of those. Here we go. I'll count for you. 1. Up. Bum out first. You make your feet a bit wider. Okay, here we go. 2. Bum out. Chest up. Yeah. Okay, keep those hands to the arms parallel. 3. Up. 4. Okay, keep going for 10, just in the same rhythm. So what are we looking for? Well, we talked about knees pointing forward, so they're pretty good, right? You know, maybe they've done some of this stuff before, right? An inexperienced player, you might start to see that happening. You might start to see their toes come off the ground, or sorry, their heels come off the ground and start to come onto their toes, right? So, and also just check to see, does it look symmetrical? Sometimes a player that has a bad knee or something, you know, they may kind of favor the stronger leg a bit. So does it look symmetrical? Is that 10? Yeah, and another thing just to think, I'm going to ask you guys to do a couple more. We can even look from the side if you want, right? No, you are looking that way. I'm looking at you from the side. Okay, all right. Let's see it. Just really check, you know, and check to see, does their spine look flat? Go ahead and squat. Give me 5 more. Okay, let's just see. Does it kind of look like, yeah, like a straight line? You know? And that's why it should look like, you know, bum out first and then drop down. Yeah, and so literally by sticking, if you can have your bum out but your chest up. How do we know that their chest is up? Because I've told them to keep their upper arm parallel to the ground. You can't see, like, so Bill, even if you just keep your hands like that the whole time, and keep them like that as you go down. Yeah, see how it's a little harder, maybe stretches your back a bit, right? But it keeps your spine in alignment. Squatting, if you do it, you know, without the arms like that, you may kind of lean forward, and then it's a little bit the opposite of what you want. So by literally by keeping the arms parallel, right? So they're up like that the whole time. Yeah, don't let them, keep them parallel. It's harder to go, right? Okay, so that's beginner. Let's go intermediate. Okay, this is a lunge. Yeah. So like.
Yeah.
Question?
So, yeah. In terms of the speed of the movement.
Like that.
That's okay.
Yeah, so a lot of these strength exercises, because we got lots of other things that we do fast. Speed training, the plyometrics. This is strength, doesn't need to be fast. We're trying to train muscles to get stronger. And, well, in the level 2 course, there's biomechanics. We'll talk about force, velocity. But this is high force, low velocity, or low speed. Okay? All right. We did it in the warm-up, but this time we're just not going to do that rotation. We're going to step forward. Let me just show you what I mean. So you step forward. Your knee and your toe are pointing forward. You're going to drop down. This is a nice little stretch for the hip as well. And you're going to go to your thighs parallel to the ground, and then you're going to push off and come back. And then we do the same on the other side. So it's down, okay, and then up. Now, something to think about. Once I put my foot down here, I am no longer moving forward. Once my foot is down, I'm down. So that way my knee is kind of like in line with my heel. It's not sliding forward like that. Does that make sense?
We want our legs like further out from our hips and like straight.
Yeah, so I mean, just as wide as your hips. You're not going out like that, but you're also not going like this because this is hard to balance, right? So if my right leg is here and my left leg is there, then they're the same distance apart. Same idea. Got it? Okay, I'll go ahead and do these with you so you can kind of model it. What are we looking for? That the knee points forward and that they do not continue to slide forward after their foot hits the ground. Let's try 5 with each leg. Here we go. So step, down and up. Yeah. Step, down and up. Step, and up.
No.
Step. Yeah. So this is definitely a little harder to do than the squat. Step. This is 4. Okay, all right. Do we feel it in the quads there? Yeah, okay, maybe even in the glutes a little bit too. Those muscles work together. So we can't say, you know, the quadriceps are working without the glutes as well. They work together. Just kind of want them to think about that muscle a bit more. Was it a little harder than the squats maybe? Yeah, of course we don't need to do 5, we can do 8 with each leg or 10. Okay, so that's the intermediate. Now advanced, for those same muscle groups, we're going to try kind of similar to what we did in the warm-up, but we're just going to go up and down with it. So that's a one-leg squat. Just watch what I do. I'm standing on one leg. Again, my knee and my toe are pointing forward. Now I'm going to stick my bum out and sit down. And then I'm going to push to come back up. Does this make sense? So look, bum out, down.
Just where the balance comes in.
Now, your knee is not always going to be pointing directly straight. It's a little difficult to do. So the knee may go in a little, but we're kind of looking for, there's this big muscle on the inside of the quad. We want that muscle to stay over the big toe. So if you see, imagine my big toe and my quad there. You see, does it look like that muscle, like that part of the quad, is still over the big toe? You see that? It's over the big toe, and even on the way up, it's over the big toe. So it's down and up. Got it? Okay. Let's try 5 with each leg. Okay, same idea. Let's see it. So start on the right leg. Okay? So 1, bum out, knee bent. Right leg. 1, up, 2, up. Throws us pretty strong. 3, up. You can see the knee kind of wants to go in a little. 4, up. 1 more. 5. Got it. Okay, let's see the left. See, that's quite good, actually.
And again, max 10 to 15 reps.
Yeah, I mean, even 10 with each leg is quite
When
hard
they
to
do,
do.
when they do.
Yeah. Well, they're good. Yeah, good. Okay, left leg, same idea, right? So it's down, right? Bum out, knee bend. Up. 2. See, your legs are stronger than Coach Bill.
Yeah, that's
3.
for sure. I spend too much time watching television.
Do you care if the leg goes in front or in the back? The
No,
one
I
that's
just
in the
kind
air.
of keep it out of the way. Yeah, so it's not so important. I mean, the one thing to think about is the more you move it forward, the more your body might move back more. So use the back of the leg. The more you put it back, the more your body might move forward. So that's why I kind of keep it in front, out of the way. Okay. Yes.
Are you trying to work on balance, or is there specific things you can do?
The best thing to do for balance is to find a spot on the floor and stare at it. But don't stare at your feet. Staring at your feet carries you down. So the question was about balance. I might just look at that cone. You know, maybe you look at my feet or you look at my hands or whatever. I'm just going to stare at that cone and I'm going to keep my eyes fixated on it as I'm down and then as I go back. This does help keep your balance because you're focusing on some spot that's in front of you. Why in front of you and not down? Yeah, you don't want to lean forward. Okay. You feel that's a little harder than the left, isn't it? Yeah? Okay. So that's beginner, intermediate, and advanced. The last muscle we talked about now. What was it? That's glute medius. Think of it outside of the hip there. Okay. So we need to start with a beginner exercise. And I'm going to just ask 3 of you to work while the other 3 are resting. Okay. Some of my other trainers took some of my other ones, but I have only 4 with me. But it's okay. Yeah, I know it's fine. Yeah. So we're just going to go. You work while you rest. Okay. And you know what? Rather than resting, I'm going to have you guys do some push-ups. So we're going to try 5 push-ups while they work. And your push-ups are going to be as best you can, down until your chest touches the ground, and then up until your arms are straight. This is like, don't make players do push-ups with their knees on the ground. Don't accept that. Any one of you, even if you can do 5 like that, you can at least do 2 or 3, and eventually you can practice with it all the way down. So we want it to look like this. All the way down, and all the way up. Okay, let's talk about what you're going to do. You're going to wrap that around your ankles. Okay, I'll show you how I want it to look. So this is beginner. You pay attention because you're going to do it after. Okay, so, and spread out just a little so you're not so close to each other. So, beginner. We're going to go to one side. Start in this kind of squat position, right? So your knees are bent, your buttons out. So now you're going to go to one side Okay, but you keep some tension there. So we're not